Okay, welcome everybody to a lovely Tuesday evening. I'm Ryan from Mr. Rau's Gaming, and oh my goodness gracious, it has been a very long time since I have done this. So let's just see if it's just like riding a bike without the training wheels, and let's just hopefully I don't fall down on the pavement too many times, and let's just see if everything is looking good. Is everything looking good? Is everything sounding good? That's the most important part, is the sound and the look. And looks like we've got a few people already popping up into the chat. Thank you very much for joining us already this evening. We've got Tyler, ever so popular in the Mr. Al Gaming chat. He is saying, all looks good, sounds great, and looks like that my pop-ups are not working. Let's just see here. Why is that not working? Hey, where are my pop-ups? Oh no, the pop-ups are not working. There had to be the one thing. There had to be the one thing that is not going to work tonight. Let's just see if we can get those to work. Where are you, pop-ups? There you are. Well then, let's not worry about that right now. That's a later problem. But oh my goodness gracious. Okay, what we got going on here? Bill L says Mista is in the house, and we got friend and foe adventure co Riley. Holy Toledo's, welcome. Riley is in the chat here, also saying he looking good and sounding amazing. Only missing the nucleum box, but I approve of the Ashes Reborn. I have to do a bunch of reorg back here. It's getting out of hand. It's just absolutely just disgusting back here right now. Nucleum is actually in a pile, Tyler. I'll let you know. It's just in a pile down over here, actually on this side of the room now, because it's one of those things that I want to actually get to in a little while, because it's been sitting on the shelf way too long. And Riley here is also saying you look like you got some sun. Managed to get a little bit over the long weekend here, while I was also not feeling the greatest for the past little while, because I encountered a nasty cold and flu virus that I'm only just starting. If I feel like I sound like a little nasally, and just at the very end of it right now type thing. And rare moment where you have 10 or so minutes in your life. Nice. Welcome. Well, I'm so glad that everybody here is managed to get on here. And if this is your first time, because it's been Vincent. Hello, Vincent, and hello everybody. He's saying, oh man, it's not an Ashes Reborn stream without Vincent and Tyler in the chats. I'll tell you what. If this is your first time for Mr. Rau Gaming stream, welcome to the community here. Looks like that I just hit milestone number 700 this morning. I can't believe it already. 2 years and a bit into this thing, we're at 700. Can't believe it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody that's been supporting the channel. And yes, this is my first live stream in pretty much 2 months. For me, if you want to kind of catch up on what's been happening in Mr. Rau Gaming Land, I had a video that popped up not too long ago, about a month ago now, about what happened in May. I've got a video coming up very shortly here about my June recap of what's been happening in June, and now it's finally July. I finally got some time that is calming down. It's slowing down. It is now the summertime. There is no school in session at all, so I don't have to worry about any school responsibilities. All the kids' sports have wrapped up very beautifully. And so now it is just back into gaming. And what a gaming is it. So I said, oh, you know what? First time, let's get back into it. Let's ease ourselves back into it. Let's do something that I really know and I really enjoy, and that I know that a lot of people really enjoy my content of it. That is Ashes Reborn Red Rain. Let's get right into it. I was going to just hop back into, because I haven't produced very much content for the Blight of Neverset. And I do plan on doing some more playthroughs with Blight of Neverset, but that all changed this morning. I'm hopping on out, going out, just kind of doing some stuff around the yard here. Get the knock at the door feeling. And guess what arrived? The Red Rains, the Siege of Lordswall expansion set, sent over by the lovely, lovely folks over at Plaid Hat Games, Nikki and Nick. Thank you very much for sending it my way. They send these things out to me every now and then so that I can produce some content on the channel for them and get some gameplay and show everybody what the new cards are like and what the new aspects are like, what's the Chimera like. So thank you once again, Nick and Nikki over there at Plaid Hat Games, sending this my way. I am very, very excited. So I got so excited that I said, you know what? Let's scrap the Blight of Neverset. Let's hop right into something brand new that I have not played yet for this particular game. And that's the way I like it. So you folks can kind of see my very first experience with the brand new cards that are coming out in the Siege of Lordswall, which I believe if all the Team Covenant members, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, I've gotten theirs and they're receiving their stuff across the way. So expecting this to hit your retail stores in probably about another couple months, 3 months-ish, and you will be able to get this one. And the chat here is just going off here. Bruce Callan, thank you, Bruce. Welcome into the chat here. It says, first time. Nice. Welcome to the chat, and everybody's going to be so very, very friendly to you. Ashes just discovered Ashes past weekend and saw your Red Rains videos. Subbed tonight, bought one of everything for the game except for Siege. It is on pre-order. Looking forward to this. Welcome, Bruce, and thank you for discovering this channel. I hope that my content is somewhat useful for you. The real experts are in the chat here tonight here, and they'll definitely help you out. Definitely check out the Tabletop Express Discord server. That's where I have a little bit of a community built up for Ashes Reborn over there, and there's also the Ashes Reborn Discord channel if you want to be part of that. The Tabletop Express Discord channel, there is a link in the description of this video if you want to check it out and come chat with us. Anything Ashes, anytime. I would love, love, love that. And Riley says all day stream time. Well, you might not be completely out of the question. I do have my kids registered for a few camps coming up here. So, I know I got some all day gaming things planned. Ooh. Catching this up, he says, wow, Bruce, that is amazing for getting in on all of this here. We really, really do hope you enjoy Ashes Reborn. I pump it up. It's my favorite game of all time. And so, yeah, deck building and plan on playing some Corpse of Viros tomorrow. Yeah. And then Tyler says, got my subscriber copy about a week or so. Yep. Cosmic Beanie, he says, let's go. Have you played D&D? Not for a very long time. No, I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in such a long time. And Tyler's pumping up the Tabletop Express community. Lots and lots of great Ashes talk. Lots of great just board gaming folk in general over on that Discord channel already. So I'm not going to do my regular channel update. I'm going to save that for my video. That's going to be coming out a little bit later. That's my recap of June. I'll give you a full update of what's been happening with the channel and the future of this channel. What's going on there. I'm going to be putting on that one. And what am I going to try to say here? I'm going to try to, the scheduled content is probably going to come to a little bit slower of a crawl. I am learning some games. I want to get onto the channel really, really soon. I just got my first learning game of Dawn of Eulos. It's one of the role player games from Thunderworks Games. Just got a learning game under my belt last night for that one. That one's really cool and interesting. I'm hoping to get a video of that one out in the near future. But look forward to some more streams. That's where I'm going to be posting most of my content. The pre-recorded content is going to slow down just a little bit. And yeah, But how about let's do the the plugs and everything like that. We got to put that graphic on the channel here. Make sure you put the like on this video. Looks like 7 of you have already done that already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Just be there like Bruce. Subscribe to that channel. You're gonna find a whole bunch of really great things across the way, and the notification bell is there if you want to get notified when these streams do go live or when little videos pop up every now and then. Oh boy, we've got a big one here for us tonight. Oh, Cosmic Beanie says, me and my friends play D&D a lot, and it's funny. Fantastic. I'm glad that you folks can be able to find something that you really, really enjoy. And when you find something that you enjoy, just play the heck out of it. Just like I'm playing Ashes Reborn here for us tonight. Well, I'm going to go to the top-down camera just for a quick second here, and then we are going to get into my disarray that I've got going across the way here. Oh, hey, there's my pop-ups. That's it. That's interesting. Why my pop-ups appeared on this screen. Let's try this one. Let's do this one. Hey, the pop. Okay. So I got to fix it on that other screen. That's what I need to fix. Interesting. Like I said, I haven't done this in like 2 months. I'm surprised everything is kind of like, it's like 90% working for us tonight. That is just, it's just mind-boggling and amazing. Yeah. Oh, hexagon, right? Yeah, I figured out how to do some little new camera effects and stuff like that. So, you know what? It's a board gaming channel. I thought I'd put the hexagon in there just for my little face here. And Dan, welcome. Dan is in the house. He says, hey, all. Dan Nixon from the, oh gosh, I'm going to forget it right now. It's the comic book Yeti, cardboard Yeti. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on this right now? Post some lovely articles. I think Tyler's also comic book Yeti. That's what it is. And Tyler has started posting some articles over there as well. Drop the links in the description. Drop the links in the chat if you folks don't mind. Tyler just did a really nice little write-up about Ashes Reborn. Does the game absolute justice, and even gave a shout out to the channel here. I much appreciate that, Tyler. And let's just spread the good word that is Ashes Reborn out there, so that more and more people start discovering the game, so that Plaid Hat Games keeps continuing to support the game. And I know they're going to continue to support the game. They have mentioned that they are going to make a Red Rains expansion for each of the Magic sets. We are now at this one is number 4 of the Red Rains boxes here. Where is the original? Where's that? I'm losing my mind, aren't I? Where is that first one? It's over here. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna pull something here. Definitely want to make sure you grab yourself the Corpse of Vyros. That is the very first one. That is what's going to get you lots of the great things. It gets you the Red Rains dice. It gets you the Chimera board here. It gets you the behavior die. It gets you some of the Red Rains tokens. You're going to see that I have Red Rains tokens here, but I don't use the ones that come in the box here. I've grabbed some nice little acrylic pieces from a different game that I own that I have now upgraded, and I'm pretty much these are just gonna stay in my Red Rains box for ever and ever and ever, just because they look so much nicer than the cardboard ones that came out. And yeah, so you definitely want to get in on that one. And then there are all of the new ones. Then there was the Frostwild Scourge. Then there was the Blight of Neverset, which should be a little bit more readily available now to folks. That one's been out for a little bit. And then there has now been this one, the Siege of Lordswall, which has just gotten into my hands. I'm assuming lots more people are going to be able to get their hands on it in coming months. And then, yes, they have now just released the, Vincent here says the name of the next one was just leaked. It's called The Spawn of Shadow Wreck. It's going to be an illusion magic box. Yeah, there is a lot going on here. So right now they have 3 released that are readily available. Siege of Lordswall will be coming in the coming months. The Shadow Wreck one is going to be coming. And yeah, so they are planning on the release. There are 7 magic types to the game. And we are, oh my gosh, good. So now what comes in a Red Rains expansion box here? Well, each Red Rains expansion box comes with 4 Phoenixborn that you're going to be able to play with. This one, I always say the Lordswall Siege. The Siege of Lordswall comes with Daimona Odenstar, Xander Heartsblood, Odette Diamondcrest, and James Endersight. None of these characters come in the master set. These are all expansion characters. And the divine magic that you're going to need to use for this set is actually an expansion deluxe set. It comes from Odette Diamondcrest, the Law of Lions deluxe expansion set, is where you're going to get the divine dice. So if you're going to want to use this one, you're going to definitely want to grab that deluxe expansion set. And plus, this is just a fun magic type to play with in this game. Vince said, I saw Blight and Scourge at my local game shop, was so happy. Right here in Saskatoon as well. The couple local game stores here, Amazing Stories and Dragon's Den Games, are carrying Ashes Reborn products, and they have the up to, I believe I even saw Blight of Neverset was at my Amazing Stories game shop. I'm trying to think of, I think they have to reorder some things because I believe I've been promoting the crap out of this game in the community. They have sold out of master sets and Corpse of Viros boxes, and they are just eagerly awaiting some restocks on those ones. Riley here says, this looks rad. I gotta head out. Cool to see you for a bit. Have fun, everyone. Thanks, Riley. I'm gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna send you a message here in not too long after this one, because it's been a while since we've had some time to catch up. So yeah, so we got our 4 Phoenixborn, and of course also the expansion boxes each come with their own pre-constructed deck. That is what I am going to play with tonight. And it is just it's a 30 card expansion. It's a 27 card expansion deck. The last 3 cards come from the Phoenixborn. They each have 3 signature cards that'll round out the 30 card deck. And then of course we've got the Siege of Lordswall themselves, this Rains Walker kind of like zombie like creature that is going to be, flooding its battlefield and just swarming us with units, and hopefully we can kind of ultimately take them out and defend ourselves. And they've got 2 different aspects that we can play against. These are kind of like their units and their style of play against us. They both don't sound very fun at all. We've got the Horde aspect, which is, I believe, is just exactly how it sounds. It's all about just flooding that battlefield with a horde of enemies. And there is also the aptly named death aspect as well, which is just going to be just bring the pain, against us. So I haven't quite decided which one. I think I'm just going to leave it up to chance of which one we are going to play against tonight. Excuse me. And Tyler here says, I know because Tyler's in the Tabletop Express Discord community, managed to play each unique Phoenixborn card and only lost with Daimona, but it has been tough games each time on standard 1 with the pre-constructed deck. So yes, I am going to be taking on standard 1. There are 6 difficulties that a Chimera will come against you. There is standard levels 1, 2, and 3, and then there's heroics levels 1, 2, and 3. So I will be playing, I'll be playing against just standard level 1 for this gameplay tonight. And I have actually made so Tyler says the only loss has been with Daimona. That is actually the one that I pre-selected that I'm actually going to play with tonight. If you saw the graphic on the thumbnail, that I was going to take Daimona, which is one of my favorite characters in this expansion set. So I think what is Vincent saying here? Is it me or Ryan's image seems sharper than mine when we play? His is definitely sharper. Let's get the job done either way. Daimona, the Dragon Queen. So I will let you folks know that if it does seem about 1080p, 60 frames per second, but it might seem a little bit sharper just because I am shooting it with 4K down on here. I have no that stuff is still just so I've tried and I've learned so much over the past little while, and it is what it is. I don't want to I don't want to like dive too much into it, but it's something that I've been trying to play around with, and hopefully that we can actually get this going. Board game hot takes. Holy Toledo popping on in here. Hey Ryan, long time no see. Bad at catching live plays, but I'm wanting to see how this plays. Welcome Tim over there. Yeah, this is my favorite game of all time, and then I've just got the brand new expansion set just arrived at my door this morning, so that is exactly what we are going to be that's what we're going to be playing. So pitter patter, let's do a little bit of setup here. So I think I've already said I'm going to play with the included Daimona Odin Star, Phoenixborn, and her 3 signature cards, Take to the Skies, which are going to give us like Vincent said, we are going to get to ride on a freaking dragon here. Let's see, can I find, I'll just find it right here. Yes, the divinity mount. So we're going to load up and we're going to ride on a dragon, and we are going to come on out, and we're going to hopefully swing our life away and try to try to take out things, because man, oh man, I've heard things are tough in Lordswall land. Tyler's saying here, hey Tim, I'm sure you've seen all too much of this on your feed, but post over on Blue Sky. Hey, we know now I can't compete with 4K. Yeah, I just realized that with my it is an iPhone that I use for my top down. That's not any new news for anybody here, but I did realize that I was not capturing my video quality as sharp as I could. So I have found out a way that I can try to pull out the 4K resolution as best of possible, but I do have to downscale. That's the word I'm looking for, downscaling. I do have to downscale it to 1080p to come out into YouTube land here, because streaming at 4K requires a lot more resources of my computer and of my internet router that I just don't have access to at this moment. So I have to downscale it to 1080p. So, okay. So Daimona, that's who I am taking. These other 3 we will see in the future on this channel, because I do want to try to get a playthrough with each of the Phoenixborns, taking on the Siege of Lordswall. I do want to do that. We've got our Divine Magic that I will put on over to the side over here. We need to select an aspect that we are going to take on for here. So we've got Horde and we've got Death, and let's lead it up to chance here. Odds for Horde and evens for Death. Let's see what we're going to come up with against tonight. Oh gosh, where is it rolling? It is 11, so that is odds. So we are going to be taking on Horde tonight. So I'll put Death off to the side, and we will see Death in a future gameplay video. So I will take the Horde aspect here. I gotta give it some more how do you do's, just like this. We'll catch up on here. Tyler here says, good to see you as well, Board Game Hot Takes. One of my mainstays is trying to make most of Ryan's streams when he is live. Thank you so much, Tyler. And some people may not know this. He's the unsung hero on these live streams. Most of the time, Tyler has managed to keep up with the timestamps that I will later place into the description of this video so that this video can be chaptered later on. And I thank Tyler for all of the hard work that he does with this and on the Tabletop Expresses live streams that they do as well. And Vincent just keeps saying, keep doing what you're doing. It looks crisp. I'm glad that this is not super professional, but it does get the job done. And for the Horde. The Horde. Okay, so I got that one. And our standard level 1 says we do have to have some sort of things. We need a 2-blood, a 1-blood, a 2-blood, and a 2-blood to start things off. And I'll keep giving it a little bit like that. We've got our fatigue card that does come in the Corpse of Vyros that you're going to need. And there is our draw pile. And I will just kind of try to get things a little bit like that. Just never know how to set things up here. Never know how to do this. We are the first player. This be my least favorite of the two aspects. Okay, well, let's get going then, shall we? Now, let's see here. How do we gonna do this? I can just put my conjuration. Yeah, I can put my conjurations just over here. I'll put my draw pile just over here. Put Daimona. I guess I can move things up just a little bit. Yeah, that looks okay. Now, normally, I would... oh gosh, I lost my train of thought here. Normally, I would go over to ashes.live. It's a nice website here that keeps track of all of the cards and decks that people have made. The cards that are in the game, decks that have people made. And for the pre-constructed decks, like this one right here, that ashes.live is a great resource for figuring out your first 5 cards, because unlike most other card games, you don't randomly draw 5 cards and that's your opening hand here. You get to pick your first 5 cards for this game, and usually that's been a great resource for finding out what your first 5 cards are, except for Plaid Hat Games has not told us exactly or updated that what would it be a recommended first 5 cards for this particular pre-constructed deck. So we actually have to go into this blind. I don't know nothing. I only just kind of just opened this up and shuffled it a little bit. I've kind of looked at the cards a little bit in pay, but I need to figure out what would be a good first 5 cards. Typically, so this first top card here is called Intercession. This is a reaction spell. Typically, reaction spells aren't great first 5 cards. Though I did see a card in here that I thought would be a great first 5 card, which would be an ally. This is the Glory Aspirant. And that's just because they have the ability here. It says, Lionize, when this unit comes into play, search your draw pile. You may reveal a card with a lion symbol in its play cost and place it into your hand. So it's kind of like you get to grab another card from it. So that's a definite given first 5 card for us, just because it just allows us just to search out for another copy or a particular copy of a card that we don't want in our first 5. I'm also thinking, just because we're gonna need some ally, we're gonna need some people on our battlefield. Hand of Spear ally seems to be a pretty good one, because it also, when they come into play, we get to put in the Hand of the Shield Conjuration. So this gets 2 dice, and we get 2 bodies onto our playing field. So I think that is going to be a good one for those ones. What have we got here? So Tyler says, yeah, I've been just playing around with that until Ashes.live it gets updated. Yeah, they're always late on the first 5. It will be an official next time when they publish the FAQ. Yep, makes sense. I really wish that they would have it out ahead of time. Tyler looks at it, says, it's Hand of Spear, Glory Aspirant, Fork Lightning. Yeah, I was looking at Fork Lightning. It's a side action spell. Choose 2 targets an opponent controls. You deal 1 damage to each of them. That seems like a neat one. And then the summon spell and the Petra Herder. Oh yes, there is 1 summon spell in this deck here. Yeah, summon Shining Stag Mount. It seems like a pretty good one because ready spells bring in more conjurations to ourselves. And the Petra Herder, yeah, that one also puts in another body onto the playing field. There is another ready spell here. I just want to read out. I can't remember what Radiant Light actually does here. It says, when this spell comes into play, you may choose a divine die in your exhausted pool, resolve its dice power without paying its cost. While a divine die is on a unit you control, life value and recover value are increased by 1. Shuffle this card into your draw pile at the end of the round. Okay, so that seems like an interesting one here. And Vincent says all ready spells are normally in the official first 5s. So Radiant Light seems like a neat one. We also have Petra Herder that we could also grab as well. None of these actually have... Well, Radiant Light has a Lion's Head cost in it, which Glory Aspirant could actually also help us search for. So putting Petra Herder. That's an alteration spell. Silver Paladin is a pretty neat ally here. Huge cost, though. Huge cost, but it's a huge unit here. But I don't think that would be one that we would want. That would also be one that we maybe want to search out for Glory Aspirant. But that's a huge unit to play in, say, round 1. So not really one that we really want to get to. But of course, there isn't an Ashes Police. You can choose what appeals to you. Exactly. That's exactly it. Well, if there's no Ashes Police, can I just take like a whole bunch of Can I just take a whole bunch? Now, should I also... No, we also have Take to the Skies. It's a Phoenixborn specific card. If your Phoenixborn is exhausted, place a Divinity Mount Conjuration onto your battlefield. That's the null one. There are rules, though. So... let's go with... Well, let's just try this. Let's try this. What Tyler had mentioned here. It's kind of like where I was kind of going, anyways, for this game. And we do have Glory and Aspirant, which could search out that Radiant Light for ourselves, in the end here. So I'll take the rest of my cards. So those are my first 5 here, and I'll shuffle everything else back into the deck. And I know I'm a monster. I'm playing this game. The cards are unsleeved. They are literally just been opened moments before the stream. And here we go. Just give it a couple shuffles. Oh, sorry if I sound so stuffy for us. Okay, and then we've got Daimona Odenstar here. She's got a battlefield of 7, which means I can have 7 units on the play. A spell ward of 3, so we're not going to have very many ready spells out there for the... and then we have the ability Promote. It's a main action, and we have to exhaust her 2 basic dice. I have to remove an exhausted ally I control from play. If I do, place an Empyrean Mount Conjuration onto my battlefield and place that ally face down. So I get to mount them onto one of my conjurations, which is one of these folks, which are really quite cool. 3 attack, 3 life, 3 recover, lots of them. And then it says, when this unit is declared as an attacker, you may choose a target unit opponent controls. That unit must block this unit if able. And when this unit is destroyed, place an ally's back into your hand that were underneath this. Alrighty. Well, I think we are ready to... Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? If we are, hit that like button on this video. Looks like we're up to 9 already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so that when you like Ashes Reborn, if you like Ashes Reborn, you're going to want to stay tuned to this channel because I like to play Ashes Reborn a lot. Okay, well, these dice need to be set to basics. I don't want to start at a disadvantage at all. And here we go. Let's do our dice roll here. Let's pray for something really, really good. I guess I'm playing with the Divine Magic, which I haven't said. The Divine Magic's power side is actually a pretty cool one for ourselves. It says, place this die on a target unit you control without a Divine die on it. While the die is on a unit, its attack value is increased by 1. Place this die in your exhausted pool at the end of the round. It's really, really quite a cool ability. Just buffs up lots and lots of power dice. All right. And not too shabby, I would say so myself. We got ourselves 3 basics, 2 powers, and a whole bunch of class. Just really, really classy guy here, I guess I must say. There we go. Not a bad roll, I must say. And then Tyler here says, it's funny, Mr. Rau gaming, since Vincent and I reference poor rolls when we play co-op as Mr. Rau rolls jokingly. Yeah, well, this doesn't happen quite often. 2 powers out of 10, I will take that any day of the week. Just realized things are not quite so straight, but here we go. All right, let's head on in here. Let's do, okay, what should be my first order of business? Well, let's I'm just going to put out a ready I'm going to put out that ready spell of summon the Shining Stag Mount. I think that is going to be a good start for us. And I'm not sure what I'm going to want to do as my side action, as I think I've got the dice that I kind of need right now. Yeah, I don't think I really need to do a side action here for this one. So we will take a look at what's going to happen with the Chimera. First, we'll roll Red Rains. It stays as a basic. And we'll roll the behavior. And it's a 2, so we'll construct the chart here. 2s are usually pretty good for us. Yeah, and up at the top here it says 2. We're just going to reveal the first aspect against us, which is at the gates. And at the gates here, it says, when this unit comes into play at the end of the round, place a Rainwalker Conjure alteration aspect to the left of all other units on this battlefield. So when this unit comes into play at the end of the round, place a Rainwalker. Okay, so this is definitely going to trigger whether or not it's in play at the end of the round or not, it is going to bring in one of these Rainwalkers right off the bat at the end of the round. And the Rainwalkers, this is the whole kit and caboodle of this particular, is that they're going to try to flood their battlefield with a whole bunch of these guys, just because they are going to do that horde attack, which means they're going to try to attack as one big unit against us. Yes. So we do know that is actually going to come in at the play at the end of the round. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It says when this unit comes into play at the end of the round. So I have to remember that. Oh, okay. So how do I remember that is actually going to come into play at the end of the round? And when it comes into play, it goes to the left. Okay, whoop. There we go. This is all brand new to me. Place the Rainwalker Conjuration to the left of all other units on this battlefield. Wow. Okay. So I am going to try to remember that somehow. How do you remember that? So one automatically goes onto the board. But it says at the end. Oh, when it comes into play and at the end of the round. Oh, dear Lord. Wow. Okay. And at the end of the round, place a Rainwalker Conjuration. Wow, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so one is automatically already here, and it's all the way to the left of everything. And another one is going to come in at the end of the round. Okay, so I'm going to have to try to remember at the end of the round. I'm just going to maybe put a card face down over here just to kind of remind myself that there's supposed to be one that'll come in at the end of the round. Okay, that's not a great... Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. So if I don't deal with this one, it's just going to keep bringing those out at the end of the rounds. Oof, ouchie, 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 ouchie. But if I do take care of this one, does it still come at the end of the... Does one still come at the end of the round? I'm going to say no. When this unit comes into play and at the end of the round. No, not at the end of the round if it's in limit. Yeah, okay. Man, oh my gosh. Okay, let's just get right into this, Ryan. Jeez whiz. Ashes doesn't have a memory. Yeah, right. Don't try to remember things. Don't overcomplicate things. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's get right back into things. Let's try to do things already here. So I think off the bat here, I am going to, as a main action for a class and a basic, I am going to bring in Hand of Spear, which when this unit comes into play, place a Hand of Shield Conjuration onto your battlefield. And that is right here. So Hand of Shield. It has got the unit guard ability. This unit may guard a unit that is being attacked. And Hand of Spear also has the ability Quick Strike. When this unit is attacking, it is deals its damage before units in battle with it. So that is kind of like why I want it around here. And then as a side action, as a side action, I don't know if I'll do any side action just yet. Nope, I'm not going to do any side action just yet. So, okay, so let's pass it on to the Chimera. Let's see what's going to happen. First Red Reigns and the behavior. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get lucky tonight. That is a 2, which is we just saw it as a reveal. What nasty things are gonna come out? Heart Pierce. Yeesh. Love the art. That art is amazing. Heart Pierce 2. When this unit is declared as an attacker, deal 2 damage to the opposing player's target rightmost unit. Ouch. Ouch. That is pretty darn interesting. At least it's just revealing. Jeez. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out what I want to do here. I will echo this again that I said early, but this may be one of the more tough aspects of them all. Nice. I like to hear that. I'm up for a challenge. I haven't been challenged in this game a lot. It's good to hear that there's going to be some aspects that are very challenging now for the game. So, what shall I do? I'm trying to line things up for the mounts, because one needs exhausted allies, one needs unexhausted allies. So let's try and... Actually, you know what? I think I know exactly what I want to do right off the bat here is as a side action, I'm going to use my power die here. Whoops. Use my power die on Hand of Spear, increasing its attack value by 1. So now it's an attack of 3. And I'm going to attempt to attack the Heart Pierce is what I'm going to try to do. So when I do that, when this unit is attacking, it deals its damage before the unit's in battle with it. But I got to remember, I got to try to see if the Chimera is going to guard this particular attack on 9 or higher. A 2. Okay, so it does not guard the attack. So I'm going to deal my 3 damage to Heart Pierce and essentially eliminating it from play. And that is 2 blood onto the Chimera, taking it down and therefore getting that one as well. I'm going to slide those down over like that. And now this unit has now become exhausted. Okay, let's take a look at what the Chimera is going to do this time around. Stays as a basic, and what's the behavior going to do? A 1. Could you imagine how boring of a game this is if I could just roll 1s and 2s all the time? 1 is just reveal. That is not very interesting. Also, what's the probability on a 12-sided die that I roll 2 1s and then a 2, sorry, 2 2s and then a 1 before this? That's not very likely. Charging Horde is our thing. It says Horde Rush. When this unit is declared as an attacker, place a Rain Walker Conjure alteration onto this battlefield. Horde Attack. After this unit is declared as an attacker, all other units with this ability on its battlefield are also declared as attackers if able. Ooh boy. There is the Rush ability because they have the Horde Attack. He has the Horde Attack. So there is going to be some attacking that's going to be done here. And that is another aspect that has 3 attack, 3 life. Whew. Right on. Okay. So at least it was just a reveal. It's not going to attack us as well. So let's try to figure out what we're going to do here. Okay. So I think as my main action, I am going to exhaust Daimona here. And I am going to spend 2 basics. And I'm going to remove an exhausted ally I control from play. So that is him. Whoops, that is going to come out of here. I'll remove him out of play. I'm going to place a... Where was it here? An Empyrean Mount onto my battlefield. And I'm going to place my Hand of Spear face down underneath that Empyrean Mount. There we go. And so I brought him into play. It's another attack 3. It's a Battle Master. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may choose a target unit an opponent controls. That unit must block this unit if able. Right on. Okay. I think that is going to be my play this time around. I don't have any side. Oh. Actually, let's not wait for any shenanigans to happen. I think as a side action, I will use a little bit of fork. Is it too early to do that? Kind of like if you had another Rainwalker around, Fork Lightning is really good to take those ones out, I would assume. So, also, I don't want that Horde Attack to actually, like, attack us at the same time. What says you, chat? Fork Lightning now or Fork Lightning later? You can help me out here, or else I'm just going to just pass my turn, or not pass, but forfeit my side action over to the Chimera. Tyler says later. He's got lots of experience with this game. I would like to trust his opinion too. I'm thinking of holding on for it later. It popped into my head just for a moment, but oh well. Let's see. Let's save it for later. So on to the Chimera's turn. That is staying as a basic. Let's see if something interesting happens here. Oh, and something interesting indeed. A number 12. That is the Baddest of the behaviors. It says, as a side action, we get to put a red Reigns token onto the Siege of Lordswall, and then we reveal. So that is not the best one that we wanted. And then we're going to reveal this. Ooh, which is another heart piece. Person that we have seen already. Alrighty. Well, now we are going to get into this part where now we're going to no longer be revealing things, but now these aspects are going to start attacking us. So let's try to get ready for that. And I'm thinking... When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may choose the target unit an opponent controls. That unit must block this unit if able. I don't understand. Okay, I am going to... I'm going to try to take out the charging... I'm going to try to take out the charging horde, I think. Sure, so I'm going to attack with my Emperor mount onto the charging horde. Let's see if the Chimera is going to guard that attack. And they do. The Siege of Lordswall Chimera does guard that attack. That is 3 damage on Lords of Siege Wall, and that is now going to exhaust this. Dang. Oh. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may choose a target unit and a... Oh, that's how that works, Vincent. Thank you. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense then. That makes... I was trying to wrap that around my brain somehow. But yes, you could attack the... So I can attack... I attack the Chimera. And therefore, I can then say, you know what? Charging Horde, you must block this attack if you are able to. And they are able to do that. The good way to bypass the unfortunate Chimera guard. That is a great play. That is a great piece of strategy. Thank you very much. That's very... So I am attacking the Chimera, and then I'm going to say, you know what? If you can block, that would be awesome, and therefore we are going to do that. We're going to block. He's going to block this. This is going to be attack. That's an attack of 3 on an attack of 3. So these 2 units are going to destroy each other. He has not been declared as an attacker. He is a blocker. So therefore, they are just going to cancel each other out. Dismount. When this unit is destroyed, place any allies you can underneath this hand back into your hand. So this is going to come back into my hand. And this has been dealt with. That is 2 bloods. There we go. That is a great way of doing that one. My main action was... Excuse me, that was my main action. My main action was to attack. I don't think that I'm going to do a side action here. Yeah, so that's going to be that. Okay, so then we are going to Yeah, and so now the Chimera is now no longer going to roll any dice anymore because all their aspects have been revealed. So now they are just going to now left, right. They're just going to start attacking us. So this Rainwalker is going to come up and attack us. It says after this unit is declared as an attacker, all enemy units, but I don't think anybody else has horde attack, so that is okay. Units that block or guard against this unit do not exhaust as a result of their countering. Units that block or guard. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. After this unit becomes exhausted, destroy it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's going to just kind of come forward. It's going to attack my Phoenixborn. So it attacks my Phoenixborn for 1 damage. I'm just going to let her... Whoops. I'm just going to let her take that 1 damage. That would then exhaust this unit, and then after this becomes exhausted, it just gets destroyed. So then it goes back into the conjuration pile. Okay, that's just the way that that's going to work. And they have 0 blood on them, so they don't deal damage to the Chimera after they've been destroyed. Alrighty then. Well, then that is back on to us, which now I see is exactly what I can do here. Is I think now I am going to, for this and this, I will put down another hand of spear back out here. I'm putting out another hand of shield conjuration onto the battlefield. And as a side action, I don't think I'm going to put it down as a side action here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that be. I'm just going to leave that be. And then we are just going to, this is going to then at the gates is going to attack, and they are going to attack my leftmost unit. It says right here, that is my hand of shield here. It has got a life of 2. So I am just going to let it just attack it, and we will let it go. So therefore that has just now become exhausted. Okay. Now, Shining Stag. Let me just look at Shining Stag again here. Shining Stag. When this unit comes into play, you may choose a divine die in your exhausted pool and resolve its dice power. That is actually really kind of nice. Now, I think I'm just going to do my... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to bring in my... I think I'm going to do my Petra Herder. So I'm going to use one of those. And when this unit comes into play, place a Petra Hatchling conjuration into our battlefield. There we go. And this one says, comes with shock 1. It says, when this unit is declared as an attacker, if its current attack value is greater than its printed attack value, you may deal 1 damage to a target unit and opponent control. So if we can get some divine dice onto this, we can do some extra, we can deal some extra damage if we need to. Alrighty, so that was my main action. I'm still not going to do my side action here just yet. And now Heart Pierce is going to come and attack now, and it's got the say, it says, when this unit is declared as an attacker, deal 2 damage to the opposing player's target rightmost unit. Rightmost unit, deal 2 damage to it. So that just takes out that hatchling. So that makes that decision a lot easier then. And it is going to be attacking my Phoenixborn, it looks like, for 3 damage. And do we let her take it early? I think, you know what? I'm gonna go with the let's take a couple early damage. Let's take a couple early hits here and see what happens. So that's gonna be another 3 damage on Daimona. And let him do that. 4 damage in the first round isn't horrible. Thank you. Okay, now it's back on to us. So now I think I will do this. Summon a Shining Stag. Am I gonna run out of? I am gonna run out of dice, aren't I? Because this needs a class and a basic. I only got 2 dice left. Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let that happen. So I'm gonna summon a Shining Stag mount for my remaining 2 dice. Unexhausted ally I control. Place a Shining Stag. Conjuration onto the battlefield. And then place this card underneath it. Just like that. And that was a side action. And now as my main action, I will I guess I will attack. I'll attack at the gates with Hand of Spear. Oh, and Siege of Lordswall is going to guard that attack for 2. Alrighty. I seize. They are out of things, so now it is on to us. Oh, when this unit comes into play, you may choose. Oh, forgot to resolve the armed ability. When this unit comes into play, you may choose a divine die in your exhausted pool and resolve its dice power without paying its cost. So yes, I'm going to bring in this, and then I guess I'll just put it onto Shining Stag. Yeah, I had forgotten to put to do it. I also forgot to exhaust my ready spell here. And yeah, I think I will just attempt to attack with Shining Stag onto Heart Pierce would be the best. Now, taking out Heart Pierce or taking out At the Gates. At the Gates is going to bring in a Rain Walker at the end. Interesting. Let's try taking out... Heart Pierce is a nasty one. And I can try to take it out with this Shining Stag, but the Rain Walkers, we don't want to get to that. Let's go here. At the end of the round. I don't want any more of those to come out. Oh my gosh, I don't know which one to attack. Which one should I attack, chat? At the Gates, preventing a Rainwalker from coming in at the end of the round, potentially, or taking out Heart Pierce just because I have enough attack to take out the 3 life. Take out the 2 blood. Rainwalkers aren't as horrible as I'm trying to make it. Attack the Chimera. Like that's another thing that is totally an option, but I do want to take out one of these 2 aspects because there is a Red Rains token on one of these. I do not want the ultimate to trigger already. So I think, okay, let's attack Heart Pierce, potentially, hopefully, and that's a 12. So the Chimera is going to guard that attack for 3. Dang. Okay. Well, we did manage to deal a lot of damage to our Chimera, and I do have a Fork Lightning left over and my Glory Aspirant that I was going to try to use but didn't end up using. And I think thanks for choosing my idea. Oh, okay. Well, then that is going to be that. So let's remove. So it's the end of the round here. So let's remove exhaustion tokens. That dice is going to come off. I really want to try this, but I have so many games to play. Dan, do it. Do it. You will not be wrong. You will not be sorry. These exhaustion tokens are going to come off. Before I replenish aspects, I think I resolve the... Oh gosh, this is the order I always forget. the Red Rains rulebook. I removed exhaustion tokens. I exhausted my dice. Now I get to place Red Rains tokens. So I have to place 2 Red Rains tokens on them. And I'm going to trigger the ultimate ability. So ultimate level 1. After placing Red Rains tokens on the Chimera, if there are Red Rains tokens equal to the greater than the Chimera's ultimate value, resolve the following. Remove Red Rains tokens from the Chimera equal to the ultimate value. It has been done. Discard all cards on the Chimera's battlefield that it does not own. It owns us all. Place 2 Rainwalker conjured aspects onto each of the Chimera's battlefields. If it's currently the recovery phase, do this step after replenishing aspects. So it is going to get 2 Rainwalkers. Oh, and I missed deal 1 damage to all units the Chimera's opponent controls. So deal 1, and deal 1. It's just units, right? Yeah, just deal 1 unit to each unit. That is going to destroy Hand of Spear. Remove this card and the top card of the behavior from the game. So now it's kind of like the Chimera is leveling up. Okay. Tyler says to Dan, come to MKE and I'll teach you the ways of Ashes. Do I really need to make it out to PAX Unplugged, which would be easier to meet at Dan? This is the version of to be or not to be of board gamers. Oh, you folks are hilarious. Okay, and now I am going to be replenishing aspects. So I got to add 2 more aspects. Oh, I guess they needed to be face down. No one saw them. No one saw what these were. And then I need to put a couple Rainwalkers at the end there. Replenish status, and now resolve any end of round effects. So we do have an end of round effect on at the gates. It says when this unit comes into play and at the end of the round, place a Rainwalker to the left of all other units. So I need to put a Rainwalker all the way over here on the left of this. This is a huge battlefield. I'll just kind of just stack them a little bit like that. I don't even know how to do this. I'll put 2 Rainwalkers. I'll just kind of stack them kind of like that for myself. There we go. Past the first player marker. Dang. There we go. Okay, now I get to roll my dice and discard cards if I want to. So let's take a look here. Okay, so a couple more powers, just a couple classes. See, this is a Mista Rau. This is a Mista Rau style roll. Look at all of the basics that I rolled. Oy vey. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Now I get to decide if I'm going to discard any of these cards. Args. This is going to be really quite. I think I'm going to discard Glory Aspirant. I think, and therefore I'm going to draw 4 more into my hand. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I drew 2 Silver Paladins. That seems like a little overkill. Intercession. It's a reaction spell. You may play this spell after an opponent declares an attacker that is targeting a unit I control. Choose another unit you control to gain the following abilities. The unit guard, and do not place exhaustion tokens as a result of the countering. And I also got my Take to the Skies. If your Phoenixborn is exhausted, place a Divinity Mount conjuration onto our battlefield. So hopefully we can get some things going here, because man, oh man, I feel like I'm going to get overwhelmed here in a little bit. Let's try to, let's try to get some things. But first off, it is our opponent's a turn. So let's see what they're going to do. So we're going to roll a red rains die. It stays as a basic. And what's their behavior going to be? A 1, which is just a reveal. Thank goodness. Thunderclap. So it says Rage Burst 4. When this unit comes into play, re-roll 4 basic rage dice. Well then, that is so re-roll 4 basic rage dice. Wow. Not a fun aspect. Nope. Yeah. Take that. They all come up as basics. There we go. Just like nothing even happened. Take that. Feels good. Not really what's happening on my player board here, but we're okay with on this Chimera board here. So let's try to deal with some of this. Okay. Now, what shall I do? What shall I do? What should I do? Oh, dear Lord. I don't even know what the first thing I should do is. I've got so many options. Attack value of 1 or less. And that's just the Rainwalkers. Ugh. Oh gosh. Okay, you guys are no help here. It says Tyler's saying attack Heart Piece with Stag Mount and then Fork Lightning. Then Vincent saying bring out the Paladin. And Dan saying good night all. It's been a long day with swim meet after, and I'm ready for bed. Oh, take care, Dan. Take care of you. Good seeing you. Thanks for joining in as much as you can, and hopefully you manage to keep get in on Ashes. You definitely need to get in on Ashes. I think you should do that as early as possible too. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, I do have the resources. Now let's just see what can I do with these resources though. Oh my gosh. See, I really don't have any allies, do I, to trigger my people's mounting abilities. So, but Silver Paladin is going to stick around for a bit, I think. Definitely going to stick around for a bit. So, I am just thinking. Sure, let's try it. I'm all about trying things. Do, and do. Let's try that. Those four dice. Paladin comes in. When this unit comes into play, you may destroy a target unit an opponent controls with an attack value of 1 or less. Let's just take out one of these Rainwalkers. Back into the pool. These ones can come out like this. Okay. And as a side action, I guess I'll just spend a basic. Whoops. Nope. That's not what I want. Yep. Not a basic, but a class. And I will fork lightning. And I guess I will fork lightning the. It says deal 1 damage each. I think I will fork lightning the Thunderclap and the Rainwalker. There we go. So then that is the Thunderclap is 1 blood on my against the Chimera, and the Rainwalker is done. There we go. So kind of cleaning up the battlefield. Vincent was not did not know that the paladin does that ability. It's called the smite ability. When this unit comes into play, destroy a target unit an opponent controls. 1 or less. Attack value 1 or less. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at. So that was. So I brought in the paladin and then I did the thing. So now it is on to the Chimera's turn. Ooh, we are rolling well with those. Let's keep rolling well with this. A 5 on the behavior, which is going to tell us to reveal and attack with the rightmost aspect. So reveal and attack with the rightmost aspect that can attack. So we reveal another Heart Pierce, and we are going to attack with a Rain Walker, which is going to give us, what, 1 point of damage because there is no one else with a Horde attack. And units that block or guard against this unit. Oh, okay. So the target, so units that block or guard against this unit does not exhaust as a result of countering. So I could just block with the Silver Paladin. Yeah, I could just block with the Silver Paladin, take that one, and he would just take 1 point of damage, and the Rainwalker would then just disappear. And I don't have to exhaust the Silver Paladin for countering that. That's actually a pretty sweet ability. Okay, so now it is on to my turn. Oh my gosh, I cannot do the take to the skies because I do not, my Phoenixborn is not exhausted. Oh my gosh. And I don't have like allies. I have my Silver Paladin, but I need to keep them around for some shenanigans and some plays. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Don't know what I need to do here. This is an unexhausted. This is an exhausted unit. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Paladin's going to attack one of the Heart Pierces. Let's just see if this is going to... Oh my gosh, that Chimera is just guarding like crazy. Okay, so that's an attack of 3. At least we keep whittling down the Chimera, but man, oh man. So that's an attack. My side action is to... Jeez. Let's... Some of these I'm going to need... So I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate 1. Ooh, a Radiant Light. That's not great. Oh, dang. Okay. Dang. Okay, I think I'm going to... Ooh, gosh, I don't know if I have the stuff to do it, but let's try it anyways. Okay, so that was my... So that is... Now it's their turn. They are going to now attack. They are going to attack my leftmost unit, which is my Hand of Shield, which is... Yeah, that's okay. Let's go. Okay, so we'll take out. So the Hand of Shield is now gone. This is now exhausted. Let's do... don't know if this is going to be the play, but I'm going to try it anyways. I'm going to exhaust Daimona. 2 basics. I'm going to remove an exhausted ally from dupe. I'm going to put the Emprian. Oh, gosh, come on. Mount onto the battlefield. He will go underneath. Yup. We'll leave it at that. Heart Pierce is now going to come. It's going to deal 2 damage to my rightmost unit. There we go. And it is then going to attack. It's going to deal 3 damage to my Phoenixborn, which I will do. 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5. There we go. So that's 7 damage on Daimona now. And that one is now exhausted. Now I am going to... I think I need to do the same thing that I did last time. Let me just see here. As if anybody's seeing anything else that I should be doing. Okay, so now wait. So now it's my turn, right? I haven't done anything with my turn yet. Yeah, sorry. I am going to do a side action basic. I'm going to do a take to the skies. If my Phoenixborn is exhausted, I can put the Divinity Mount Conjuration onto my battlefield. That's what I wanted to do. Boom, just like that. Then as a main action, I am going to attack with my... Oh, okay. Yep. Yes, so I'm going to attack with Divinity Mount. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you deal 1 damage to all units an opponent controls. So 1, 1, and 1. And I am going to be attacking this Heart Pierce right here that's exhausted. Let's see if the guard happens. Oh my gosh. It does guard for, that's 3 down, and then he becomes exhausted. Okay, so now he is going to attack my... So Heart Pierce 2 comes into play, so 2 damage to my rightmost unit. And there we go with that one. And then they're going to do 3 damage straight up to my Phoenixborn, which I will just 3 more damage, which, yep, that'll take us to 10 damage on Daimona. There we go. And this is that like that. Tyler said I'd go far right. Heart Pierce, the others can eliminate the last 2 and avoid 2 damage to a unit, but Chimera block is fun. Okay, so now I am just going to just try to take these things out, and hopefully the Chimera does not block too much on me. La 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 la. Okay. Okay, I'm just Okay, so Emprian Mount is going to attack one of the Heart Pierces. See if the guard happens. The guard does happen. They rolled an 11, so that is another 3 damage on the Siege of Lordswall. They are all exhausted. Don't forget to not get too high on Daimona's wounds count. The divinity mount adds to it when destroyed. That is true, true. They do have recover values, though, at the end of this, of recoveries of 3s at the end. And then I think one of the last things I am going to do for this one is I will place, I should have placed one of these, but because I'm going to have one left over. But anyways, I'm going to put that on there for an attack of 3. And I am going to try to attack one of the heart pierces again. And it is not guarded this time, so this heart piece is going to come out. And that is 2 blood onto the Chimera. Just like that. And they are now exhausted. And I think that is there. And I have 1 divine dice left. I don't have anything else really left to do with my stuff here, so I am going to pass. So then we are at the end of the round here. Okay, so at the end of this all, what are we going to do here? We are going to remove wounds. So we got a recover of 3, so these ones are going to heal. These ones are also going to heal because we have the recovers. We are going to remove exhaustion tokens. So exhaustion tokens come off things. Exhaustion tokens come off things. I will keep that dice around here. Red Rains, there are going to be 2 Red Rains tokens onto my Siege of Lordswall Chimera. I will replenish the aspects here. So 2 face downs. No status tokens, end of round effects. This is going to get a Rains Walker right there. And yes, thank you. That I would have caught that one. That divine dice on the stag mount should have came off. And I think we are good to go. So we're going to pass the first player marker on to us. And I think we might actually be in a decent position here. I am going to get rid of that one. And I am going to draw 4 more cards. 2, 3, 4. So I got Fork Lightning, Radiant Light, Take to the Skies, and Pride, which is an alteration spell. When attaching this spell to a unit you control, you may choose a divine dice. Ooh, this unit cannot be guarded or guarded against. That's actually a pretty cool one. And I kept a Silver Paladin from this time around. And we will roll our dice. And there we go. We got some powers. A couple classes. Crud ton of basics. There we go. And we are on to us. But I don't think do they have any guard? They don't have any. Does the Chimera doesn't have any guard abilities, doesn't? Nope, we don't have anything that's guarding. Nothing's guarding. So if my calculations are correct, I should be able to side action a divine die onto the some shining stag mount, and then I should be able to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack against the Chimera, because nothing's going to be guarding that one, and that should do it for us, doesn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is taking it all the way down. 3, 4, and boom. There we go. All right. Whew. Okay. Okay. So we did get down. We did get down quite a bit of damage. Sacrificing the paladin for the Emprian mount was key to bringing out the divinity mount. So I think I like that one. Ooh, boy, that aspect is quite. That aspect is quite nasty. I can see that if once I take on a tougher level, that I could get swamped really, really fast. What did we not get to see in this one? Thank you, Tyler. Says nicely played. So we didn't get to see the alteration spell Pride come into play. I just drew it into this round here. But when attaching this spell to a unit you control, you may choose a divine. Yeah, so this one's just like, gotta use a power. But essentially it becomes a unit cannot be guarded against. And then you also get to resolve the divine die. Anyways. Yeah. What an interesting deck. We didn't put in a Radiant Light. Which means that the life and recover values are also increased by 1 when divine dice are on those units. I can see that can come into play really, really handy, especially once you have your silver paladins. Your silver paladins would stay around a little bit longer for those. Wow. Tyler, yeah, none of the spells that are either discarded or reshuffled at the end of the round. Yeah, none of the spells that are either. Yeah. This is crazy. This is cool. I actually kind of like this. Be interesting to take this deck against some of the other chimeras, especially ones that have really like low life valued units. Cool. Oh, that was a really good play. I like that. I like this one. So the next video, I believe you'll probably see me play against Death, which doesn't see, but Tyler says, okay, I'm going to have to definitely try it because I think I am fairly. Some people probably know this already. I'm pretty efficient against standard 1 chimeras. Standard 2 is where I kind of start seeing more losses than I do wins. But when I do my very, very first time playing, I like to play against standard 1 just to kind of see, just kind of get a feel for the pre-constructed deck, kind of get a feel for what's coming out here. What are some of the aspects that we did not get to see yet? We did not get to see Carrion Call. It's a status effect one. It says when you remove them, then you get to place you play 3 Rainwalker Conjure Austrations. Okay, so that's a nasty one. That's a bad one. We didn't get to see that one. That's a 1-blooder. Thunderclap we saw at the gates. Flanking Strike. We didn't get to see that one either. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, destroy the opposing player's target leftmost unit. Wow. So not only could it possibly destroy your rightmost unit, but it could also destroy your leftmost unit at the same time. That's nasty. But then we saw all the other aspects at some point. We saw a charging horde. We saw Thunderclap. We saw at the gates, Heart Pierce. Interesting aspect. Interesting chimera. Tyler says he's only played this chimera at standard 1 so far. When I play standard 2, I'm only at a 50-ish win percentage. That's a good place. You don't want to be like running over these things all the time, which I'm doing with standard 1s. And then for the other three chimeras. Yes. Right on. Cool. Well, I can feel my sinuses kicking back in here if you haven't been able to hear it just yet. But thank you. This has been good to hop right back into the seat. It's kind of like feeling like I'm not missing a beat. Hopefully, everything went a little bit smoother. Just have to fix the how the pop-ups appear on the very first screen there. But hey, if you've made it this far, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video. 9 of you did. Thank you very, very, very much. Every one of those likes and subscribes helps the channel out immensely. And that notification bell is there if you want to get notified for when new Ashes Reborn content comes out and when new videos come out every now and then. Well, Tyler and Vincent and everybody else that decided to join us for the evening, thank you very much for joining us. It's been really good to get right back into things. Tyler says, glad to see you live again and looking forward to the future content. Thank you very much, Tyler. It means so much to me. And yes, it just feels really good to get right back behind the camera in front of the microphone again and just doing this. It's just, I'm just saying, yes, glad to see you live again. Thank you very much, Vincent. Thank you. You folks are just going to bring a tear to my eye. I'm glad that my content can bring some joy to just a few of you out there. Then it's just worthwhile. And, getting to 700 subscribers does not hurt at all. Anyways, all right. Well, I am going to call it an evening here for you folks and look forward to more Ashes Reborn content in the near future. And as always, thank you for watching. Cheers, everybody. Love you all.